Can you call the roll, please?
Director Scobie.
Here.
Director Rundy.
Here.
Director Hayes.
Here.
Director Roth.
Here.
Director Moore.
Here.
Director Gray.
Here.
And President Bradley.
Here we have a quorum. I call a meeting in order.
From the President, preliminary approval for letting number 8626, reconstruction of taxiway V connector, Lambert St. Louis International Airport. Preliminary approval for letting number 8629, concrete and brick removal, replacement, and complete sidewalk installation, project number SP103. Contract and bond for letting number 8627, concrete and brick removal, replacement, and complete sidewalk installation, project number SP101. From the Director of Public Utilities, recommendation that the Board declares as emergency action the following: all materials and labor necessary to replace the machine shop crane, festoon, and runway conductors. Labor and materials to repair one Nash H4 vacuum pump for the pumping system at Howard Bend Pumping Station. And maintenance and repair of the mechanical air handling units in the chlorine building of the Chain of Rocks water treatment plant. From the Director of Public Utilities and Streets, joint recommendation that the following permits for AT&T Missouri be approved subject to certain conditions as follows: to bore and place fiber cable from existing manhole at the front of 3280 Hampton, east on Filer to rear of 3280 Hampton. From manhole near 2755 Chippewa, bore to new 4 by 8 by 4 feet handhole. Cut, restore large sidewalk to place one new 4 by 8 by 4 feet handhole. Hand dig fibers 1 feet from handhole to new 4 by 4 pad with fiber box from handhole at 2819. Bore to rise pole at rear of same address. Start at existing AT&T manhole at the corner of South 9th and Russell, front of 2100 South 9th. Bore east down Russell 1 feet off curb and bore across Russell to existing manhole and sidewalk in front of 801 Russell, etc. Move manhole, run from manhole at 2305 St. Louis, east to 22nd, then south to 1800 North 22nd Street. Place 3 new manholes. Place new fiber cable from 2305 St. Louis west of Benton. Place fiber cable from manhole to cell tower at 2516 North 22nd, etc. Bore from AT&T manhole near 3204 South Grand to new handhole at 3500 Connecticut and new concrete pad with fiber distribution box. From this point, bore fiber to multiple riser poles. Bore from AT&T manhole near 6900 Gravois to new handhole at 6829 Gravois and new concrete pad with fiber distribution box. From this point, bore fiber to multiple riser poles. From manhole near Louisville, bore into utility easement near 6612 West Park. In easement, a new 3 by 5 by 3 handhole and 4 by 4 pad with fiber box will be placed. At 1300 Fairmont, 1304 San Jacinto, and 1331 San Jacinto, 1302 Louisville. Bore 338 feet from AT&T manhole to new handhole at rear of 3940 South Grand. Place 2 new handholes at 3940 South Grand and new concrete pad with fiber distribution box. From handhole bore to riser pole at 3511 Osage and 3515 Alberta. Recommendation that 2 permits for Southwestern Bell Telephone Company doing business as AT&T Missouri be approved subject to certain conditions as follows: to bore 22 feet from AT&T manhole to pole at rear of 500 Walton, and to start at existing Amarin power pole number 149371 at front of 5300 Hall from pole west down Hall, turn entering private property at front of 5300 Hall. Recommendation that the following permits be approved subject to certain conditions as follows. XDNet Systems, Inc., beginning at existing XDNet large vault on South Side Russell, approximately 32 feet east of East Side, South 13th Street curb. Proceed west more or less 13 feet south of South curb of Russell. Follow this line for 448 feet to the proposed XDNet large vault, etc. And TFC BJC to install 15 feet of conduit from manhole located at the intersection of Clayton and South Euclid to private property at 4547 Clayton. From the Director of Public Utilities and Public Safety, joint recommendation that the following permits be approved, subject to certain conditions as follows. Abner Engineering to consolidate land at 2022 Brewer and 2000 Brewer 2 Hampton and 1732 Sulphur in City Block 4021 and 4636.13. Abner Engineering to consolidate land at 1355 through 1385 Granville Place, 1372 through 1392 Granville Place, 5543 Minerva, and 1360 Bird in City Block 3807.07 and 3807.08. DD Contracting, LLC to re-subdivide land at 2655 Victor and 2311 through 37 Texas in City Block 2089. And HEH Investments for a boundary adjustment at 2861 and 2865 Limp in City Block 1415. From the Director of Streets, recommendation that SI Warehousing Company, Inc. to request to exercise first 5-year option to lease agreement for 5 parcels totaling 3,505 linear feet of mooring privileges south of the MacArthur Bridge along the unimproved wharf be approved. From the Director of Public Safety, recommendation that the Board accept as a gift equipment from Zach Middendorf of Reuben Brown Accounting that consists of accounting cards. Recommends approval. Now we have the conditional uses.
Good afternoon, Mr. President and members of the board. My name is Michael Vicentainer, zoning plan examiner for the City of St. Louis, and I'll be representing the building commissioner at today's meeting. Per board order number 766, transmitted herewith are recommendations for the following conditional use agenda applications. Approval is recommended for one application at 5375 Arsenal, and approval with conditions is recommended for 7 applications at 4714 McMillan, 955 Arcade, 3224 Locust, 2725 Alhambra, 819 North Kings Highway, 5000 through 5014 South Grand, and 3801 Hampton.
Are there any questions from the board on the conditional uses? Seeing none, I'll take a motion, please.
Move to approve the conditional uses as recommended.
Second.
Moved and seconded for approval. Can you call the roll, please?
Director Scobie.
Aye.
Director Rundy.
Aye.
Director Hayes.
Aye.
Director Roth.
Aye.
Director Moore. Aye. Director Gray.
Aye.
And President Bradley.
Aye. Conditional uses are approved. Turn your attention to our meeting minutes from last Tuesday, January 10th, 2017. Are there any questions or comments on the meeting minutes?
Motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
Moved and seconded for approval. Can you call the roll, please?
Director Scobie.
Aye.
Director Rundy.
Aye.
Director Hayes.
Aye.
Director Roth.
Aye.
Director Moore. Aye. Director Gray.
Aye.
And President Bradley.
Aye. The minutes are approved. Today's agenda. Questions or comments on the agenda? Seeing none, I'll take a motion, please.
Move to approve the agenda.
Second. Previous roll.
Moved and seconded for approval and a call for use of previous rule. Is there any objection to use of previous rule? Seeing none, today's agenda is approved. Motion for adjournment, please.
So moved.
All in favor? Aye. Meeting adjourned.